Beyonce stands above many artists of today's age with her actions on and off the stage, even from an early age. Beyonce was born on September 4, 1981 in Houston to her parents Tina and Matthew Knowles. A born performer, Beyonce began to gain recognition at the age of 8, being in the music group Girls' Tyme. That minor group then grew up to become Destiny's Child in 1997 when they got their record deal. During the end of the reign of Destiny's Child, Beyonce began to split off to establish her solo career in 2003, which was spearheaded by her album Dangerously in Love. As of late in her highly successful career in music, B has released 4 studio albums for both her time as a solo artist and as a member of Destiny's Child, with another solo album being released sometime in 2013. Even with all of the success of her music, Beyonce has also established herself as an actress starring in movies such as Dreamgirls. Besides music and acting, Beyonce has become a spokesperson for products such as L'Oreal and her fragrance Heat. She has accomplished herself not only as an artist, but as a wife and mother. Beyonce married Jay-Z in 2008 in a private venue, and they gave birth to her daughter, Blue Ivy, on January 7, 2012. As of now, Beyonce's most recent performance was at Super Bowl 47. Like many artists, Beyonce's music has been influenced by many factors in her career. Through the influences of Destiny's Child, Jay-Z, and the media, Beyonce has accomplished herself as an independent and fierce performer, while continuing to be a relatable role model to the public eye. Compared to her fellow peers, she has created a relatable image for herself that not only speaks of stardom, but has and will continue to last.
Destiny's Child originated in 1990 in Houston, Texas, when Beyonce was only 9 years old. The original members were Beyonce, Latavia Robertson, and LaToya Luckett, but they were later replaced by Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams. They are currently the top-selling female group of all time, but in October 2001, they announced a hiatus to work on their solo careers. At the height of their popularity, they were even invited to perform at George W. Bush's inauguration because of their positive influence. Many of their songs contain lyrics about feminism, and they strive to be positive role models for young girls. Beyonce eventually broke off from Destiny's Child to establish her solo career.
Beyonce's solo career began in 2003, and she has since released 4 albums, all of which have sung about her independent self-worth and confidence. Since 2003, she has become 3rd overall musician to have their first 4 albums go straight to number 1. Dangerously in Love went to number 1 on the U.S. charts and sold over 4 million copies within days of its 2003 release. This multi-platinum album helped her win Best Female R&B Vocal Performance, Best Song, and Contemporary Album. Her first single, Crazy in Love, which featured Jay-Z, stayed number 1 on the U.S. charts for 8 weeks and helped Beyonce become the first female artist ever to reach number 1 single in the U.S. and UK. Beyonce's second album was a successful runner-up to Dangerously in Love. The album sold over 500,000 copies in the first week of its release in 2006. Her most famous song from this album, Irreplaceable, tells the story of a woman who is addressing her lover who has been cheating on her. Her lyrics tell him that she can easily be replaced. I Am Sasha Fierce is Beyonce's 3rd solo album that debuted in 2008, which represented her alter ego who is the fun, more sexual, and aggressive side of her. This alter ego keeps her stage persona separate than who she really is. Sasha Fierce is too aggressive, too strong, too sassy, too sexy. I'm not like her in real life at all. She is strictly for the stage, she claims. Single Ladies speaks about her independence and ability to live without a man, and helped her win 6 Grammys. In 2011, Beyonce released her 4th album, 4. Because of this album and her past 3, Forbes magazine named her the most powerful woman in the world, and once again affirmed Beyonce's independence, vocal power, and stardom.
If one single word could be used to describe Beyonce Knowles' career at this very moment in time, one might suggest the word hiatus. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a hiatus refers to any interruption in time from a particular activity. Thus, if you have been a fan of Beyonce, you would know that she is famous for being on and off the radar within the music world quite frequently, yet still produce compositions her audience absolutely loves. In a recent HBO documentary, Life is But a Dream, capturing Beyonce's one-of-a-kind story, the star shared the unfortunate news of her miscarriage. Many tend to associate this with her infamous musical hiatus. About 2 years ago, I was pregnant for the first time, she tells fans in one scene, and I heard the heartbeat, which was the most beautiful music I have ever heard in my life. Unfortunately, an unforeseen miscarriage turned her world upside down when she learned of the disturbing news just a few weeks later.
Why did you consciously decide during this particular moment in your life to inform the world of your miscarriage? It seems so out of place since you have kept your private life so concealed from the public eye for so long.
Well, I felt like there are so many couples that go through that, and it was a big part of my story. It was one of the hardest things I've been through.
Fortunately, on January 7, 2012, Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z welcomed to the world their new daughter, Blue Ivy. During her first appearance at a concert in New Jersey after being on maternity leave with her daughter, Beyonce flashed a picture of her with Blue Ivy to her fellow fans. She gracefully explained that even though she is amongst the fame and the fortune, learning to raise a child just made her that much more grounded. As an essential component of her musical hiatus, the abundant love for her daughter has allowed her once again to put even more energy into her passion for music.
Beyonce has been able to establish herself as a music legend, building up an empire at only 31 years old. As if being a global music star wasn't enough, she is also an accomplished actress and businesswoman, as well as an influential philanthropist and political activist. She and Jay-Z are considered part of an elite group of Hollywood power couples, and the birth of Blue Ivy was one of the most talked about of 2012. She didn't get to where she is today from luck, but rather a combination of hard work, natural talent, and strategic business understanding. With this level of fame, it's hard to believe she's able to retreat from the public for such large periods as she has done in the past. In doing so, she's able to become more centered and grounded. Maintaining privacy in her personal life while still accomplishing so much makes her more relatable and respected. Above all things, she is most protective of her marriage to Jay-Z. She has strategically used the media and her brands to propel her career, in addition to her music. By going on hiatus, she only enhances the demand for her work, yielding greater levels of success when she re-enters the scene. With such a strong brand, paired with her raw talent and versatility, her success is all-encompassing. She takes great pride in her work, and her passion is evident in all that she does. Throughout her career, she's been influenced by many people and events, starting with her family and including her time with Destiny's Child, as well as the relationship with Jay-Z. She finds inspiration from those who have found success while staying true to themselves, and being able to accomplish this alone gives testimony to her skill. Beyonce is a product of the music industry and her family, but through it all, she's ultimately stayed true to herself, all the while influencing the same forces that helped to create her.
As recently crowned preeminent mistress of the universe, what defines you as Beyonce? What are you most proud of thus far in your career and personal life?
Well, I have to say, I feel so good that I'm a mother. It's what I'm the most proud of, and it just made everything make sense to me. And I couldn't imagine my life if I did not have my daughter.
I look a step so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Cause I know I don't understand just how your love can do it. No